do mean something else.
I know.
Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I've admired you more than any other girl I've met since, well, since I met you.
Yes, I'm full of that. And I want you to be in public at any rate. You have been more demonstrative. For me, you're always been a beautiful sort of fascination. And even before I met you, I was far from different to you. My idea was always going to love someone who was honest. There was something about that that inspired absolute confidence. When Algernon first mentioned to me he had a friend called Ernest, I knew I was destined to love you.
You really love me, Gwendolyn?
Positively.
Darling, you don't know how happy you've made me.
My own Ernest.
But you don't mean to say you couldn't love me if my name wasn't Ernest.
Your name is Ernest.
Well, to speak quite candidly, darling, I don't much care for the name Ernest. I don't think the name suits me at all.
It's a divine name. It suits you perfectly. It has music of its own that produces vibrations.
But really, Gwendolyn, I think there are a lot of much nicer names. I think Jack, for instance, is a charming name.
Jack. No, there is very little music in the name Jack of any actual indeed. It does not thrill, it produces absolutely no vibration. Besides, Jack is a notorious storm system equals joy. The only really safe name is Ernest.
I must get christened at once. I mean, I must get married at once.
Married, Mr. Dillon.
Well, surely, I love you. Let me believe, Miss Fairfax, that you are not absolutely indifferent to me.
I adore you, but you haven't proposed to me yet.
Well, may I approach you now?
I think it would be an admirable opportunity, and to save you any possible disappointment, I think it only fair to tell you quite frankly beforehand that I'm fully determined to accept you.
Miss Fairfax?
Yes, Mr. Worthing. What have you got to say to me?
You know what I've got to say to you.
Yes, but you don't say it.
Will you marry me?
Of course I will, and how long have you been about it? I'm afraid you have very little experience in how to propose.
My own one. I've never loved anyone in the world, but you.
Yes, but then often propose for practice. I know my brother Gerald does, and all my girlfriends tell me so. What does it be like? It's quite expensive. I wish you owe especially when
Mr. Worthing! Rise up from this temperament posture. It is most indecorous.
Mama, I expect you to retire. There is no place for you here. Besides, Mr. Worthing is not quite finished yet.
Finished what, may I ask?
I'm engaged to Mr. Worthing.
Pardon me, you are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged to someone, I or your father, should his health permit him, we inform you of the fact. An engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise, pleasant or unpleasant as the case may be. It is hardly a matter she should be allowed to arrange for herself. And now I have some questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I'm making these inquiries, you, Gwendolyn, will wait for me below in the carriage.
But Mama!
In the carriage, Gwendolyn. Hold, please.
Aren't you happy all came to live theater tonight?
Guys, if we could just take it from right before Gwendolyn's exit. While I am making these inquiries, you, Gwendolyn, will wait for me below in the carriage.
But Mama!
In the carriage, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, the carriage!
Yes, Mama!
And take a seat, Mr. Worthing.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell. I prefer standing.
I feel bound to tell you that you're not down on my list of eligible young men, although I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton has. We work together, in fact. However, I am quite ready to enter your name should your answer be what a really affectionate mother requires. Do you smoke?
Well, yes, I must admit I do smoke.
I'm glad to hear it. A man should always have an occupation of some kind. There are far too many idle men in London as it is. How old are you?
29.
A very good age to be married at. I have always been of the opinion that a man who decides to get married should either know everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know nothing, Lady Bracknell.
I'm glad to hear it. I do not agree with anything that touches natural ignorance. Ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. Touch it and the bloom is gone. What is your income?
Between 7 and 8,000 a year.
In land or in investments?
In investments, chiefly.
That is satisfactory.
Well, I do own a house with some land attached to it, about 400 acres, I believe, but I don't depend on that for my real income.
A country house. How many bedrooms? That point can be cleared up afterwards. You do have a townhouse, Ella. A girl with simple, unspoiled nature, like Gwendolyn, could hardly be expected to reside in the country.
Well, I own a house in Belgrave Square, but it's let out to the year by Lady Bloxham. Of course, I can get it back whenever I like at 6 months' notice.
Lady Bloxham? I don't know her.
Oh, she goes about very little. She's a lady considerably advanced in years.
Nowadays, there is no guarantee of respectability of character. What number in Belgrave Square?
149.
The unfashionable side. I thought there was something. Well, that point can be easily altered.
Do you mean the fashion or the side?
Both, if necessary, I presume. What are your politics?
Well, I'm afraid I have none. I'm a liberal unionist.
Oh, they count as Tories. They dine with us, or come in the evening at any rate. Now to minor matters. Are your parents living?
I'm afraid I've lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Who was your father? He was evidently a man of some wealth.
Well, I'm afraid I really don't know. I said I'd lost my parents. It would be nearer to the truth to say that my parents seem to have lost me. I was found.
Found?
The late Mr. Thomas Cardew, an older gentleman of a very charitable and kind disposition, found me, gave me the name of Worthing, because he happened to have a first-class ticket to Worthing in his pocket at the time. Worthing is a place in Sussex, a seaside resort.
Where did this charitable gentleman, who had a first-class ticket to a seaside resort, find you?
In a handbag.
A handbag?
Yes, a handbag, a somewhat large black leather handbag with handles attached to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
In what locality did this Mr. James or Thomas Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
In the cloakroom at Victoria Station.
The cloakroom at Victoria Station?
Yes, the Brighton line.
The line is immaterial. Mr. Worthing, I confess, I feel somewhat bewildered by what you have just told me. To be born, or at any rate bred, in a handbag, whether it had handles or not, seems to me to display a contempt for the ordinary decencies of family life that reminds one of the worst excesses of the French Revolution, and I presume you know what that unfortunate movement led to. As for the particular locality in which this handbag was found, the cloakroom at a railway station might serve to conceal a social indiscretion, has probably indeed been used for that purpose before now, but it could hardly be regarded as an assured basis for a recognized position in good society.
May I ask then, what would you advise me to do? I can hardly say I would do anything in the world to ensure Gwendolyn's happiness.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to make a definite effort to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over.
Well, I don't see how I could possibly manage to do that. I can produce the handbag at any moment. I really think that should suffice for me,
Me, sir? What has it to do with me? You can hardly imagine that I and Lord Bracknell would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl brought up with the utmost care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an alliance with a parcel. Good morning, Mr. Worthing.
Good morning.